Hi guys. Today we are making this Loomigurumi TUXEDO Sanrio character. I really love how he turned out. This is my own original design, so I hope that you love it too. And so you are going to be needing 410 blue bands and about 65 white bands and about 8 red bands, 30 yellow or like this mango colored band, 2 black beads, 6mm pony beads, or 2 black bands, and you need a hook. Oh my gosh, why do I have so many hooks? You need a hook. You can use your rainbow loom hook, or you can use a crochet hook. I will be using a crochet hook, and you will need a stitch marker like this, or you can use like a safety pin or a C-clip, whatever you have. And so we are going to, oh, before I start, I wanted to also thank the people that I learned these stitch techniques from, which are like Looming with Cheryl, Is Delicious Designs, and Craft Muse. So I will try to remember to leave a link for their Instagram or YouTube channel in the description box, which I don't think I've done for my seal tutorial yet, but I will work on that. And I guess we can get started now if I haven't forgotten anything. I'll probably think of it later if I did. Okay, so you can either choose, there are a lot of choices that you have for the blue color. I find that the opaque blue, this is the opaque blue, works great. Or you can use the Michaels neon blue, or the pastel blue, or any other, it doesn't have to be Rainbow Loom brand. You can use any brand that you want. And I will be using just the regular opaque yellow today. And I guess that's it. So let's get started. Okay, so we have to start off with a magic ring, except this usually magic rings are just like between 5 to 8, but we have to start with a magic ring of 10 because he's kind of like this oval shape. So I hope that this explanation is good for you. So we're going to take one band and then put it on our hook and make 3 loops, so we can see 3 loops like that. And then we're going to take 2 bands, pull it through like that, just hang on like this, go back into that center loop, that 3-ring loop, and do the same thing, get 2 more bands, and then pull that through. I realize you could just pull all 4 at once, but I like to keep them totally separate, so just for ease of organization. So now we have this little like butterfly formation. We are going to be putting our magic ring in these spots. So if you turn it sideways, like where your hook is in, 4 loops are going to go in here. 4 loops are going to go in here. 1 loop on this side, 4 on the other side, and another loop on the other side of the middle. Okay? Okay, so let's take our number 1. Hopefully you can see. And grab the other end. So now you have this on the other side of the butterfly. Pull that through. Go back into the ring, all 4 loops. I know it's like a pretty thick center ring, but it'll be loose if you don't do it this way. So you pull that through, reclaim the end, and then bring that through. So it's just like a magic ring, it's just bigger. So go in, Same thing, reclaim. Now you have 3 bands. Pull that through. So now you have 1, 2, 3. So one more time. Reclaim. There you go. Now we have 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we're going to go into the center, the belly button. Okay, we're going to do 1 loop there. I know it gets confusing, but okay, reclaim and pull that through. So now you've joined the first part, the middle part. Now we're going to join the third part. So go through all four loops there. Make sure you got them all. First one, reclaim, pull that through. Reclaim, pull that through. Pull it through. Reclaim, pull that through. One more time. So we now done the 4 loops on the last part. So we're going to go back into the middle. See that middle part? And then we're going to pull one through, reclaim, and join that last part to the middle. Okay, so that's our magic ring. So when you look for the next row that we have to start, which is B, row 2, look at this part. It's hard to see what is what because everything's blue, but you can see that this is the middle ring. This is the first row that we were starting on. And then there's going to be this kind of like arrow thing. You want to go right in the next part. It's the same band, as you can see, right? So let's count our loops. The one on your hook, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if you want to count that way, it might be easier. Oh, can't forget to put our stitch marker in. Maybe let's use pink on that one over there. Okay, so row number 2, we have increase, 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 single, single crochet times 2. So in the first 3 loops, we have to do an increase, which is 2 single crochets in 1. So 1, go back into the same loop, and so we just did an increase. We have another increase. Go back into the same one. Have it. Another increase. Okay, so now we have 2 single crochets. So now we're back to doing, since we're repeating this, 3 increases. Another increase. And then so we have 2 single crochets left. Tried to make the directions in different colors. It's equally confusing. Okay, so 1, 2 stitches left. So you got 1 single Take your stitch marker out, put your last stitch in that one, and get your crochet marker and put it back in. Okay, so that was row number 2. So for row number 3, it's single crochet, single crochet, single crochet, and then 1 increase times 4. So we're going to end up with 20 loops. So we should count if we have 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we will end up with 20 in the next one. Okay, so 3 single crochets. Yeah, because we're going to kind of curve the forehead now. 2, 3. An increase. What did I just do? 1, 2, 3. Go back into the same one. Okay, another 3 single crochets. Increase. Three single crochets. An increase. Go back to the same loop. So we're going to have 4 loops left, 3 single crochets, and an increase. And go back to the same one. So we're done. Let's count if we have 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Okay, put your stitch marker back in. So the next row is pretty similar. You have, instead of 3 single crochets, you have 4, and then 1 increase times 4. Oh my goodness. Stitch marker is being naughty. Maybe I'm just dumb. Okay. So 4 and an increase. 1, 2, 3, 4, and increase. 1, 2, 3, 4, and increase. 1, 2, 3, increase. Okay, so you should have 5 spaces left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, two, three, four, and the last one is an increase. Okay, so we should have 24 loops. Let's put our stitch marker back in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Phew. Okay, so row 5E, we're just going to do 1 row of single crochets all around. Pretty easy. I hope you guys have had some practice with Loomigurumi before you start these projects that are a little bigger. I found it so frustrating when I first started with something. I started with something big, but it was frustrating. Yeah, but I think the first Loomigurumi project that you do will always stay and have a place in your heart. Right? Okay, when you're done, you should still have 24 loops because we just did the single crochets. Take your stitch marker out, your last band, put your stitch marker back in, and let's count our loops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Yay! I hate it when it's like one off. Drives me crazy. Okay, so in row 6, we're going to do the same thing, a whole row of single crochets, but we are going to add the eyes. So we have these, or you can use, like I said, 2 black bands. I'll show you how to do that. Okay, so they're going to be on stitch number 4 and 9. So 1, 2, 3. So I haven't added the beads yet. I am going to take this band, that's my 4th band, I'm going to squeeze it and pull it like that, and then reclaim like this. So I'll show you how to do the band on the 9th one. So we didn't add it beforehand. 5, 6, 7, Okay, so we have it like that again. Just going to hang on to that. Should stay in place. So if you want to use a black band, so you take it, flip it over, so you have 2, flip it over again, so you have 4 loops. Then get that again, and put it like that. And that's what you would be using. That would look cute too. Okay. If you have beads that the holes are too small to be doing this, it's okay. You can just string the beads first with like a wire or something, and then put it on. But you'll just have to shuffle the eyes later, and I'll show you what I mean. So if you have them beaded first, they're going to be up here on the other side of these 2 bands. So you just have to like lift these 2 bands and then shuffle the bead from over there to over there, over here to over there. Okay? Pretty simple. Okay, so single crochet all around. Gosh. Covering the instructions. Okay, put your stitch marker back in. Let's count our rows. Our loops, I mean, sorry. The one with the clip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Okay, so row 7 to 11, you're just going to do 5 rows of single crochet. So when it comes to the eyes, one, two, three, 4. So when you get to the eye, go on the right of the eye. Like that. And then you're going to go under the eye and go onto the next loop. So that's how it fits in. Okay. Again on the right side of the eye. And go on the next loop. I like this charm because I noticed after I started making a lot of dolls that from the sorting of mix packs, like I would have a lot of blue left over because not a lot of like animals or characters are blue, so it's a good way to use like your excess blue. And also that you can, you know, use a lot of different kinds of blue. So yay, a blue character! If you think of any more blue characters, just let me know. I really appreciate it. Here, last one for row 7. So you want to pause the video and then do 4 more rows of rows 8 to 11. 4 more rows of single crochet all around. And so pause your video, finish that, and then I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, so I have this ready. So I did 4 more rows. So that would be row 6 with the eyes, 7, 8, 9, 10. Why is there only 10 here? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Sorry. Phew. Okay. So go. This is what it looks like with the Michaels Neon Blue. I don't actually know what happened, but like even when I bought it, it kind of had this like slightly orange tint. I don't know if the camera's gonna pick it up, but I was like, you know what, I really need this color, so who cares? Okay, so now we have to, we have to make the arms, or the flappers, or flippers, or whatever you call the little hand thingies on penguins. And it's basically, I don't know if you did my seal video, but it's exactly the same flippers that it has. So it has these 2 flippers. I will be showing, you have to make it in the same color as the body, but I will be using rainbow colors just so you know you can see exactly what I'm doing. So make the ring with 3 loops. So go in, it's basically like a magic ring, sort of. Reclaim, pull that through, go back into the 3 loops of the black, grab another one, pull it through, reclaim, pull through those 2 bands, go back again, pull it through, and pull that through. Okay, so on that 3rd band of the ring, you're going to take 1 band, double it, go like this, and then reclaim that. So now we have this thing going on. Okay, so go back into the ring again. And then we have purple. Bring that through. Reclaim. So you want to take this end and put it through all 5 bands that are on your, oh my goodness. Pull it through all 5 bands. Does not want to go through. Ah. Go back to the black ring. Pink. Same thing. Pull through the purple. Reclaim, pull it through the pink. Is that all the colors I have? Orange. This green usually stays in place, but anyways. Okay, so go back into the blue. get one band, but we're gonna pull it through the pink orange band too. We're just gonna slip knot that. Go into the one beside the orange one. Bring that through, slip knot it. Okay, so kind of misshapen. Anyways, you get the idea. It's supposed to look like this. Okay, so pause the video and then make 2 of those little blue flappers. And then we can attach them to the body. So, if you look at the side of I'm not going to attach it yet. We're actually going to make the hat first, sorry. I'm just going to attach everything at once, so that's a little easier. So we're going to make the hat. Get your white bands. Do the same. The 3 ring. We're going to make a magic ring of 6. Pull that through. Go in. Pull the second one through. Reclaim. Pull it through. Go back in. Pull it through. That. Pull it through. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. So one more. We have 6. Okay, so put your stitch marker in. So go into that first loop there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we are going to do single crochet and increase times 3. So 1 single, the next loop, the increase, 1, 2, next one, single. It's probably hard to see for you with just plain white bands. Obviously, if I use the rainbow ones, it's equally confusing, right? Okay, go in again. Single. The last one is an increase. So I wonder if you guys would prefer if I did the magic rings on a loom, the way Looming with Cheryl does them, to find it easier to see. So let me know in the comments if that's what you would like. Okay, so the next one we are going to be doing single crochet, increase times 3. Let's not forget our marker. So single, single, increase. Oh my gosh, I think I forgot to count the loops at the end of the last one, did I? I can't remember. Single, single, increase. Oops. Single, single, increase. So don't worry if it looks like kind of lopsided or whatever. It's okay, don't worry. Okay, so go into the last one and the last one there, the next loop, and we're just gonna slip knot this whole thing together to kind of keep it in place. And then you just want to hide this. So take one of these inner bands and tuck it in there so it's not loose everywhere. Okay. So now we kind of have this, we want to adjust it a little bit so it is like a little bump. Okay, so now we have to find a good spot for, you can put it on this side or you can put it on this side, or, so I just want to try and lay it flat. And so make sure that's the actual corner for it. So wherever you had that knot, try to put in the back so it's hidden. It's probably not the first thing you want to see, right? Okay, so when it's laying flat, you can kind of see where you want to stitch it. I know it's kind of hard to see, but so just go in, just try to find a good spot, your first one. And then go into your body and your hat. Bring your band through both those things. Reclaim. That's your first loop. Okay. So you may or may not have to undo this depending on if you're happy with how it comes out, or there's going to be a high chance that you're not going to like it, how it sits. So you can still kind of just easily, you know, it's only like a few stitches, so bring it through those, the hat and the body, reclaim, and then pull it through. So this is going to be adding another row to the bottom of your hat to make it thicker. Okay, so find a loop on the bottom. Go through the hat, pull the band through, reclaim, and bring that through those. So if you find that your bands are being like, you know, pulled too much, don't worry, you can still, instead of making a single crochet, you can make it an increase. You don't have to, you know, it's not that big a deal. Because from what I've seen in different pictures, his hat does look, you know, sometimes round, sometimes poofy, sometimes, you know. I guess TUXEDO Sam is not very picky. So remember to get one from the body, one from the hat. If you get two, it doesn't matter. So after we make the hat, the flappers, the mouth, and the bow tie, it's gonna look pretty put together like right away. Because right now it looks kind of like a ghost from Pac-Man, right? Okay. So let's keep going. I think, in my opinion, the hat is the hardest part of the whole thing. So if you're having an easy time with this, then the rest of it will be like a breeze. So I am struggling here. Yeah, I think I struggle with like when you have to like sew like legs and like arms and stuff to bodies of dolls. Like it's hard for me. Oops. So for this doll, I think everybody's like hat is gonna look different. Just like how a lot of times like when people do like hair on dolls and it looks like totally different. So don't worry, it doesn't mean it's wrong. It's just everybody's like personal touch. Okay, so the last one, when you've gone all around, just get one more. Sorry about that. And so when you get to the, when your ends meet here, everybody's gonna have like a different stitch count that goes around the bottom level. So when you get to the bottom, like the back, it still go through like a body band and the hat, and then you want to make a slip knot and tie everything together so it's secure. So if you're satisfied, then we're just gonna leave it on. If you're not satisfied, I mean, you can just what am I trying to say? If you're not satisfied, you can just like unknot it and then try again. It's just like 12 stitches. So go through the body and then hide this little doohickey there. So we are going to add the little red detail. And how we do that is you take 2 red bands like this and put them on your, well, you can do it without a hook, but I like to do it like this. So take 1 red band, and then you have that, and you're gonna slip knot it like this. And on the other end, you're gonna do the same thing. Like this. Try to get it pretty even. Like that. Kind of give it a good stretch. Okay, so if you have a scissor, do I have a scissor here? I do, yay. Okay, so you want to cut those ends so it's like this. Let's have a little look at that. Okay, so we're going to put this on our top here. Like that. Try to make sure that it's like not, twisted, because we are going to like sew this in. So you want to take those bands, 1 band in, get the other band, I have them like 1 band apart. You can see there's like a band in the middle. So you're going to have something to like tie them on. So I have 1 loop here and then go in on a different side like that. So then they'll like stay in place. You turn it inside out and loop those and tie it tightly. Knot it. So for this side too. So even if it gets like kind of caught on something, Unless like you totally like pull it, it's not gonna come loose. Okay. Okay, so yay, we're done with the first card. Oh my god. I basically had it covered with my hands the whole time. But anyways. Okay, so now we're gonna do the beak. I'm gonna use the yellow bands here. Let me collect up enough yellow bands. One more. Okay, so a 4-loop center ring. Loop it once. Loop all those bands like that. So now we have like a 2-ring, right? So we're gonna pull this onto that, like this, and then reclaim that. Okay, try to make sure it's in the center. And then we're gonna take one band. Was this in focus? Oh my gosh, I was not even sure if it was in focus. Okay, so slip knot the end like that. So a single loop, double loop, and a quadruple loop, right? So turn it around. Remember where you made the 4 middle loop? Go in there again. So you're gonna have four bands. So we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna do the double loop. Pull that through, and then a reclaim. Try to get it centered like this. Get one single band, pull that through, reclaim, and do a slip knot. Okay, so that is your beak. Okay, so somewhere in between the eyes, probably like right here, there are, like in the center, it's not going to be like on the same row, it's going to be like one right under in the center. Okay, so I guess to be centered, I'm going to put it through not one of the big holes. My jaw's like clicking, isn't that weird? It's the first time it's ever done that. Okay, I feel old. Maybe I'll put it through right here. So it's not in one of the big crochet holes, it's like one in the, you know, the more narrow holes to kind of hold it in place. And then on the other side, the same thing, like right here, and pull that through. Like that. So if you're happy with the placement, I think maybe a little bit higher up, yeah. These jelly bands, I swear, they're not as tight, which I don't like. Okay, not that. Find out if that's too tight. Okay, so now we have the little flappers. So lay him as flat as possible. We are going to be putting him on the very side here. But instead of like putting it like flat like this or like flat like that, I'm gonna be putting it like at an angle, like this kind of 45-degree angle. You don't have to. If you like it like this, then do it this way. If you like it like this, I mean, they're both cute. It's totally up to you. So what I'm gonna do, so somewhere like over there, I'll put the first part. So the placement is totally up to you too. The other part I will put at a 45-degree angle like that. And then if you're happy, I think I'm happy, you want to tie those off too. Okay, good. You want to lay it flat to find the same basic spot for the other side. Let me see. That spot or that spot? The spot. Guys, help! Where is it? Okay, so before you tie it off, give it a quick look-see. I think it should come a little forward, so maybe this spot was the... Yeah, so when it comes to placement of the hat or the beak, I mean, there's no like super right or wrong. It's your doll. Okay, so tie that off. Okay, if you're happy, then we can proceed. Okay, so now we're gonna make the little bow. So like it says, 3 red bands. And you're gonna be slip knotting. Oh my gosh, it's so messy, guys. Sorry. Okay, so we're gonna take 3 red bands, make them flat like this. You could do this on the loom, it'll be easier on the loom, but I don't have my loom right now, so this will have to do. Okay, so just slip knot that. Don't do it too tight yet, so we can kind of center the bands. Okay, when you think it's generally centered, you can tie it tight. And then again, use your scissors. I don't think I mentioned that you need scissors in the beginning, did I? Anyways, you need scissors and stuffing in case I forgot the stuffing. Okay, so snip the end like that, like a ribbon. So right underneath where your, like one little row underneath where your mouth is, you want to kind of find where you want to put it. Sometimes it might not be like the row under, it won't be centered. So you have to kind of figure out, like if I go put it here, I think I would have to put the other end like in this spot right here to make it centered. If not, you can take it out and try again. Okay, let's see. Yep, I think that's okay. So see, again, there is a band in between, something to tie it on. If you want to snip the ends off, you can. You don't have to. Okay, so now it's time to make the belly. So put that aside for now and grab your white bands. So we have to make a circle, a big old circle. So we're gonna start with, again, a magic ring. How many magic rings have we done? A lot. Okay, so where's the belly? So row 1, we have a magic ring of 6. That's number 1. Go back in. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Put your stitch marker in. So go into that first band there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so the next one we have 6 increases. So we're going to be ending up with 6 stitches. 12 stitches. 1. Go back in. So we should have 12. So for some reason I feel like I'm not going to have 12, but have our fingers crossed. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, okay. Yay. Okay, so the next one, single crochet and increase times 6. Let's go into your first one. That's a single. Increase. Go back into the same one. Single. Increase. Single. Increase. Single. Increase. Single. Increase. Single. The last one is ending on an increase. So if all goes as planned, you should have 18 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So it's going to do a slight curve like this. You don't want to like pull it and make it flat because we do want it to have that curve. Okay, so for the last row of the tummy, we have single crochet, increase times 6. Single, single increase. Single, single increase. Single, single increase. Single, single increase. Increase. Is that right? Single, single increase. Gosh, my stomach is making like the funniest noises right now. I've been on like this like total harsh diet and like exercising every day for this whole week, and I've been really good, but then I'm like, oh, it's Friday. I think I'll have 3 cookies. So it's like my stomach is like thanking me right now or something. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22, 23, 24. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Okay, so go into this last one here. Go in, get that last one, reclaim, and then tie it off. So again, grab your scissors, snip that end, adjust it so it's a circle, but don't make it flat. Probably would have a hard time like really going flat, but anyways, you know what I mean. Okay, so exactly where you put your red bow on either side, we are going to be putting these endings of the white thing here. Okay, so one end of the white, the top of the belly, pull it in. My gosh, I really hate these bands. I've decided. Okay, so now we've got 2 on either side. It is right where the belly is, where the bow tie is. And so from the back, we are going to tie that right there. Okay, so again, if you don't like these, you can cut them. I'm not going to cut them. Okay, so it's coming together pretty good. So we're done the belly. Now we only have this little bit here. Rows 12 to 15 are single crochets, but while we are doing the single crochets, we're going to be sewing in the belly a little bit here and there. I'll show you what I mean. So I thought maybe, if instead of having a belly, just using white bands like right here, but it doesn't make like a nice like little perfect circle, so I opted to do it this way. This is 1. 2. So when you lay it flat, the penguin, and you lay this flat, you're going to see where you can stitch first. Okay, so we can start stitching now. What I mean is go through your next loop and then get one of the inner bands that is close to it. Get a band, pull it through those 3, reclaim, and then do it like you would a regular single crochet, like that. So check to see. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. So you don't have to do it for every stitch, maybe like every other stitch, but just because this is the very top and the beginning and all we have it secured with is that one knot, I am going to do as many stitches as possible. So the more you do, the better it is, the more secure it is, but you don't have to do every single one. Okay, so check to see if it's still, if you're in the right area. So the edges you will want to do just because you want the edges to be secure on your penguin. Okay, so when the tummy finishes, just go into your next loop. And keep looping. Okay, so this is the start of row 13. Put your stitch marker back in. Okay, so we did 12. You want to do 13, 14, and 15. And so 3 more rows of single crochet all around while you're also looping it with one of the, belly bands. So 3 more rows. Pause the video right now and come back to me when you're done those next 3 rows. Okay, so I have one ready here. So this is I've done up to 15. So you still have this part of the belly left over. So don't worry too much. See how it is sewed in. I didn't sew every single one for this one. So one here, one there, just like 3 for that row. So it's not a big deal, but I guess I'm lazy. Okay, so from row 16, we are going to be starting to decrease, single crochet, decrease times 6. And you're still, when you do the decrease, you're going to be still looping the belly bands. It's going to be a little bit more difficult, but don't worry too much. Okay, so single, single, what's the next one? And so now you have a decrease. You're going to take the inside band and the inside band of the next 2, and then loop them, reclaim, and then pull it through. So you did a decrease. So the next one will be, for this one, a single. So since it's the ending, you want to be sure to get one of the rim bend, the whatchamacallit, the outer bands here. Okay, just looking kind of. Okay, so complete that row. Another single. So we have a decrease here, go into the inner, loop. So 2 single crochets, decrease just on the inner loops. I think decreasing on just the inner loops is a technique by Craft Muse. Oh my gosh. But I do like how it minimizes the appearance of the decrease. 2 single crochets, decrease, single, 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 single. Okay, so now we have a decrease, but I'm going to take one of these outer rims and then use that in the decrease. So that is your last, just wanting to shift. Okay, so now we are going to do row 17. Oh, we should check if there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Oh yeah, 18. That's not a loop. Okay, so when we have the single crochet, decrease, but it's just 4.5 times. I think there's only going to be enough room for, I think, 4 decreases. So we're going to end up with 14 stitches. Okay, so this is not a loop because you can see it's been looped here. So go here, single, single, and decrease. But since it's the ending, take one of the ends and then do your decrease. Okay, keep going, single, single, decrease. Okay, decrease. Should be back to the belly again. So now you're going to have 2 single crochets left. It's tied into the belly. And your last one here. We take our stitch marker out. It's getting late now. Okay, so we have to put our stitch marker. Actually, no, oh my gosh, we're almost done. It's time to stuff them. So you want to grab whatever you're using for stuffing. I'm using polyfill. This soft stuff. If you don't have polyfill, you can use bunched up plastic bag or plastic wrap, saran wrap. Sorry, guy. Sorry, little guy. Will I be able to put that in? I don't think so. Or will I? Okay, when you're satisfied, I think I'm satisfied. I'm easily satisfied. Okay. So this is our last row. We are going to be doing decreases all around. Since there are 14 stitches, it says to do 7 decreases, but if you don't need to do 7, or if you need more than 7, it's totally up to you. As soon as you feel as you think the bottom is like totally closed up, you're good to go. So you can like literally take that out. So you can now forget about this white thing. You don't have to bother with that anymore. When I do decreases all around, I like to decrease with 2 bands at once. I'll show you what I mean. So get that inner band, and then usually we just put 1 through. but I'm going to be using 2, so there are going to be no big gaping holes. Okay, so just treat it the same. You can take these 2 and then put it through these 3. Okay, so the next, so this is our second decrease. 2 more bands. Can you tell I'm like excited to be finished? Well, almost finished. Okay, take those 2, put it through. It's gonna give you better coverage because the bottom is pretty darn flat. This is our third one. Nobody really looks at the bottom, but still, peace of mind. Okay, our fourth one. Take 2. Reclaim. Take it in those 4. It's getting very tight in here. Okay, so this is our 7th one. And pull that through. Okay, so we still have a little, hole there, which will be covered, I guess, by this. But anyways, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one last decrease just across like that. I'm going to pull one band through everything, and then I'm going to slip knot it. So I did do a total of 7 decreases after all. Okay, if you see like the bottom, oh my god, it's not gorgeous, or like whatever, don't worry, we're going to be kind of hiding it with this, and we're going to be adding feet, so fear not. Okay, so tie off the bottom of the belly. So we want to kind of give him this flatter look here. So you're probably going to need like 3 more white bands. Just slip knot it here. Somewhere over here, you want to slip knot it. Like that. So you have 3 slip knots to kind of fit where it's going to go and be like, that'll look good like right here. It's totally up to you. Okay, so I think that'll look good right there. So snip those ends. Oops. Take one end, pull it through, and we're going to tie that as tight as possible. And then do that for the middle here. I know it's not like a very glamorous technique, but it works, so. Okay, there we go. So we need the last. Okay, so the very last part is to do these little feet, which I'm gonna do in the rainbow colors. Hopefully it works out better than the flappers that I did. Okay, so 3 loops like this. You have the first part of the magic ring. Go back in. Bring it through. Reclaim. Pull that through those 2. Go back in. Get your next one. Reclaim. Pull that through. Okay, so we have this next color that we do, make 2 rings that you can see. Bring it through that one that is on there. Reclaim both ends. So now you have this thing going on. Okay, go back into the original ring. Bring this through. Reclaim. Now you're going to take this far end blue and put it through all of these little bands here. There we go. Okay, go back into the blue ring, a green ring. Through. Through. Do the same. Make it a double loop. Bring it through. Reclaim. And go back in. Then you want to take this far end and bring it through everything. Okay. Another one. Okay, so you have this first one that you did. Go through that one. Your last tie-off band. Bring it through everything. And then make a slip knot. So I hope you understood that. Should be in the little shape of a fin, or whatever these are called. Okay, so you want to turn him on his bottom. You want to hide these little tie-off bands. Hopefully not too much of your stuffing gets out. Okay, so you want to decide where you want to place the feet. Like this. I'll show you where I put them for the mango bands. Okay, so again, let's cut this. this. I think that's a good spot. So we'll use these cut tie bands to tie this on. Okay, so you can hide those. Then you're going to use one blue band, the body colored band, go through somewhere where you want to tie it off. Get something from get a loop from the foot, and then bring it all through, and then just slip knot. You want to make sure that it's the body color and not the yellow band. Hide that somewhere in the body. Try to do a better job hiding the bands. There we go. Okay, when you do the same for the exact same thing for the other side, and then you are done. So I hope you like my tutorial. If you do, can you please, I ask you to give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and leave me a comment or what you liked or what you didn't like, and I hope you can share with me on Instagram. My Instagram is, I'll leave a link in the description box. It's iris_handmades, which I'm most active on Instagram if you're wondering what I look like or other details about my life and such. It's all on Instagram, so I hope to see you there, or my Facebook, which I also post once in a while, my pictures of like my life and stuff. So I hope to see you there, and please leave me a comment and share your renditions with me. Thank you so much. Bye.